village. Um, Freda, we had the new PowerPoint that has been put together on the GPL, and it was very informative. And we had a new BA sign up, so it's working, and people are interested. She was disappointed because she had invited some friends to come along, and they didn't show up. I think it was the cold weather that deterred them a little bit last night, but we're going to be doing these weekly, and I'm telling you, people are interested. I'm getting messages and emails and texts, daily about, like, okay, how much is it? How do I get this? You look fabulous. So, yeah, this is my 13th day, and I've lost 12 pounds in 13 days. I don't have my tape measure yet. I ordered one because I can't find the one I had. You can tell I didn't use it very often, but now I'll be getting my measurements and stuff. But it's incredible. I love it.
Awesome. Janine is this close to 3-star. As a matter of fact, she'll probably be over this weekend. That is amazing. And we have a couple more that are on the edge. Gary and I made a commitment back in December, November, December, and we told Adrian then that we were pushing to break 9 or 10 more 3-stars on the first quarter of the year, and we are still on that mission. So, anybody else want to share?
Rita, it's Kenyon.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, we are growing, and we're just posting. My daughter posted, talked to a lady in Oahu, Hawaii. Don't know who she is. All of a sudden, she signed up. She just got a position. We called her last night. We had the team going. She ordered the 3-pack, and she said, I've been in another company, and it was saturated. And we just said, well, you're in the right place at the right time, because this is not going to be saturated, because you're probably the first person in Oahu to get on the GLP-3. We don't know if there's anybody else. And we're so excited. My grandson was at our meeting Wednesday night, and he's had to sit in the meeting, and he was very quiet. And after the meeting, we were getting ready for a dinner, and he wanted to try, because he's seen his mom take the drops. He goes, I want to try it. So they put one little drop right on his tongue, and they videoed it. And he goes, and he's got this weird look on his face, and they go, how was it? He puts his thumb up. It had over 2,000 views just for that already. So things are happening. It's crazy what this product is, but it's funny how when you get family involved, even the little guys, little girls, everybody, it's going to explode. And I had people here the other night, a gentleman now. People say that they do energy. He got the eternal pack and put it in his hands for the eternal pack, and he goes afterwards, throw that away because I've taken all the energy out of it. Literally, the pack was a third of the size, or over half of what it was. There's like only a third left in it. He never drank it. I don't know how that works, but he said this is the most amazing thing. He's coming in with his wife under another person, and he says these products, he even opened up the GLP-3. He says, wow. That's all he could say, because he's a massage therapist too. So, guys, it's happening. Freda, Gary, you're amazing. Adrian and George, you guys are amazing with Legacy Makers. And let's just explode this, because wow.
Thank you, Kenyon. Yes, this whole team is incredible. With the leadership that we have, and what really excites me more than anything is that. Hold on a minute. Am I muted? No. Okay, come back up. So, one of the things that really excites me is the support that we have also from behind the scenes. I mean, how many saw what Daniel posted out this morning? And it's the topic that Gary and I are going to be talking about today is mindset and building leaders. And if you haven't seen it yet, this is what he put up this morning. The most powerful leadership tool you have is your own personal example. Wow. So that's what we want to share and talk about this morning. Being in business for yourself, which you are the leader. and you are the best tool. So what I want to do is, if anybody doesn't want to share anymore, anybody okay? Anybody want to share anything else? If not, I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to go. Adrian, yeah. Can you turn me on?
Oh yes, I'm so sorry. Yes, I spotlighted you and forgot to give you access. Hold on. Excuse me. Okay,
No.
so let me see here. Okay. All right. You should have, let me make sure it's the top one. Okay, did you get that? The co-host?
I think so. Yep, we got her.
Perfect. All right, you're in business.
Okay, so we put together a little PowerPoint here that I want to share with you for a minute. Because, being a leader in a business, it's not always easy. It isn't. It takes a lot. Okay, let them in. It takes a lot of consistency and clarity. Okay, so okay, hold on. We're getting everybody in here. So what I want to share with you is what we feel is super important when it comes to building your business. To be a champion, you have to believe in yourself when nobody else will. When you're sitting alone at the top, and, fortunately in this business, you don't have to sit alone at the top, but in your climb in normal business, sometimes you have to really, really believe in yourself, because no one else is going to do it for you. And when you believe in yourself, there's really 3 steps that we really have to achieve. And the first one is your self-worth, your self-belief, and your self-respect. And it all starts with yourself. So, quit looking outside of yourself for your power. You already have it. And you have to be intentional. You have to view yourself, how you really think about yourself and how you set your goals is exactly the results you're going to get. If you're using the words wishing and hoping, you're going to be wishing and hoping for a long, long time. So change the way you speak to yourself. You have to reinforce the belief that you have, because you constantly, I know we have to constantly affirm our own self-belief and know that we can do it. This is something new for us. We've never done this before. So we had to believe, number one, that we deserved it, which we all do. And we have to believe that we're actually going to get what we set out to achieve. So how bad do you want it? There's 3 different levels when you think about the things you want in life. If you kind of want it, or you really want it, or it's a non-negotiable. So let me ask you this. If you kind of want it, you want it, but only if it isn't too difficult or inconvenient. Being in business for yourself sometimes gets a little inconvenient, because you're the one that has to drive the success of that business. And if you really want it, you're committed enough to go through some adversity, and you can't say, well, that didn't work for me. That didn't work for me. Change it, fix it, learn from it. It wasn't failure. It was just a stepping stone to your next level. And then the other, how bad do you want it level? And this is the one where I hope everyone on the screen is, that it becomes non-negotiable. You want it as bad as you want to breathe, and you want to accept no for an answer. So the other thing that I really like to share is that, why do you want it? And this is what leaders have to do. When you're developing your leaders, you have to teach your leaders to help other people find out, why do they want it? You know why you want it. So let's find out why your guests or your BAs want it. If they kind of want it, well, your why is usually materialistic or superficial. But if you really want it, your why is deeper, but still about you, your freedom and your fulfillment and helping others. And when it becomes non-negotiable, your why is bigger than you. You're purpose driven to make an impact. And I know that this legacy team is just that. You're purpose driven to make an impact. And you know what? Real beasts or real leaders have mental toughness. Mental toughness is the ability to resist and manage and overcome your doubts, your worries, your concerns, and circumstances that prevent you from succeeding and performing. And sometimes, as any athlete will tell you, they have to perform under pressure. And you guys are just that, athletes. So let's look at 10 steps. 10 steps that you can help not only yourself, but others on your team become the leaders and get the mindset that they need to be the leader. So what do you start with? You start with your story, and they will start with their story. You have to have the belief and the mindset. How do you get that? By showing up at these meetings every day, learning and changing your mindset. Mentorship, being able to reach out to Adrian or George or people applying and getting the mentorship that you need. And here's the key to success in any business: income producing activities. Every day, how many IPAs are you doing? Right now, with the system that we have in place and the leadership that we have, grab that servant attitude and let's keep developing this community because of the action and the education that we have. Take a screenshot of this and think about it. Am I doing this to lead my people too? That's how you grow leaders. Not everybody's a leader because most people have had jobs all their life and been told what to do. Now they're stepping on the other side of that fence in their own business and learning to become a leader. So sometimes you have to help them, coach them along. We all know that the 5 M's in this business are just simply real simple. More meetings, more money. That's it. It won't be easy, but it'll be worth it. And you owe it to yourself to make that impact. So guys, as we stop sharing here and come back to the screen, I want to talk to you because we always say that our Fridays are interactive. So what I'd like to see is, if you don't mind, talking with us. Tell me what it is that you feel that you need help with to be the leader that you are meant to be. Who wants to share? Come on. Stop multitasking and talk with us. All right. So,
Freda, I will.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, sorry, my hair is a mess. I just got out of the shower. So, what do I need help with? I'm kind of in a slump and I'm kind of discouraged. And so I'm still on the meetings. I'm still trying to get the motivation. I feel very inspired by this new GLP product. So I want to try to run with that to the best of my ability, to try to get some more, at this point, customers and or business partners. So
Perfect. So, may I have your permission to share with you openly and honestly?
go ahead, Freda. You rock it.
Today, just so I can say that's my red personality again. Yeah, guys, first of all, I'm going to tell you this. Your speech is putting you where you are in life right now. When you speak, I hear somebody's radio, TV, I don't know. Okay. So when you speak, what you speak, God gave us one tongue and 2 ears, but what you speak, what comes out of your mouth goes into these 2 ears and programs yourself. And what you just said was, I am in a slump. So you just put yourself in that slump by your own speech pattern. So let's try something. I know you're going to think this is probably childish, but say this: my business is growing like crazy. I have never been so excited. People are coming at me all the time. Doesn't that sound better than I'm in a slump? What you believe, you're going to achieve. So if you're thinking in your subconscious, it's programming your conscious mind and it's coming out. A way to help overcome that really is to speak differently. So, how do I learn to speak differently? You learn to speak differently by putting in positive mental attitude or daily affirmations. I don't know if we have a girl on here. I think she might be working today, but let me look real quick. I don't know if I don't see her on. Okay, so I'm just going to share with you a little quick story about a person that uh, is on our team, and she was doing the same exact thing you just said. So I took her aside and I sit down with her and I said, here's what I want you to do. I want you to use Chat GPT to change your life. And she looked at me like, what are you talking about?
I've never used Chat GPT before.
Well, I just used that as an example for her. And I said, I want you to go in every day and I want you to ask it, what is my affirmation today? And she was getting back positive feedback almost every day, every hour. And her life has totally changed 100%. I know she's not on right now, but if there's anybody on here that knows who I'm talking about, speak up and give your opinion of how she's grown just from doing that.
I'll speak up. I was lucky enough to sit with Miss Allison in Fort Worth for a few hours. In the time that I spent with her there, then the time I spent with her in Jacksonville in October was a total game changer on here. It wasn't easy. She she took it serious. She disconnected. She really looked deep inside, and her mindset has changed. I mean, she gets on the morning Zooms now, and she's little Freda. I mean, she just takes over. She is a powerhouse, and look out for her. She will be talking to us on the stage one day for sure. And what Freda said she does on her phone, she will put alarm to go off, and on that on your phone, your alarm, you can put an affirmation on there and read it so it comes up and gives you that daily reminder. She's like Adrian says, don't be a fool, use the tools. She's got two carts behind her. She's pulling so many tools on here. She's just wonderful, and it's amazing to see her change.
Awesome, Craig. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing that. It literally brings tears to my eyes because I'm so proud of what she's done and where she's come from. Caroline.
I have to say, Allison's a spitfire. I was with her in Fort at the convention leadership, and she was amazing. I don't know, she brought the energy out in me, and she's grown a lot since I first met her too. So a good job doing that and helping her out.
Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, and that's what leaders do. That's what leaders do. Leaders reach out and become servant. And I will say this, I really did a kind of a really hard gut punch with her because here's what I said to her. I said to her one day, and I'm being honest here, and how I said it, because I love her. I loved her enough to either rise her up or let her fall. And I said, you know, I know her life story. I'm going to rise her up. And I just met this person. And I said to her, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't want you talking to me anymore because I don't allow that kind of negativity around me. Now, if you want to change, I will run with you. I will tell you how to change, and I will be your best friend ever. I said, but we can't grow a business with that attitude. And oh my gosh, tears streaming. She says, what do I need to do? And I told her, and she did it. Go ahead, Janine.
Yeah, I remember when Allison came to one of our live events. That's how I met her. Marcella brought her, and she didn't even get through the whole presentation, and she's like, I'm in, I'm in. This is someone that, was raw, really, that first night. And what she has transformed into, and it is leadership that brought her through this, because we saw the potential. We all saw that potential in her because she had the energy, she had the drive, she had the desire, she had a purpose, but she didn't know what to do with it. So that's where Frida especially is such a great mentor and leader and able to bring her through. But Allison will give kudos to everyone on our team because she's learned from all of us and we've been her big supporter. And it's amazing to see someone transform like that in what is it, 6 months, 8 months, something like that. I don't think it's been a year yet. And truly, when you approach people, you can't have that judgment of if they're going to be good or they're going to be bad or anything, but when you see somebody that has the drive, has the desire, you can help them with your leadership and get them on the right track and then watch them soar. They'll just soar. And that's what she's doing.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you for sharing that. And I hope we've answered your question. So, what you really need to do is change your verbiage, change your thoughts. And we say this in love because we want everyone to succeed. We really do. But it does take it takes some pits and valleys to get through, just like in the presentation that I showed you. Sometimes you have to stand alone and you have to look deep inside yourself and say, what am I willing to change? What am I willing to do? And Daniel couldn't have said it any better when he said the most powerful leadership tool that you have is in your own personal example. Can you imagine the example that Allison is going to be for others? Oh my goodness, because she walked the walk and was willing to change. Kenyon.
To go along with that, Melissa, what is your why? If your why doesn't make you cry, it's not strong enough. We're here. This is more than just a business. This is a growth. Every day we're on here, we should be improving and growing with positivity. Every day. This has been a powerful learning experience for me, really following the steps and doing. So people, why are we doing this? What is our why? If it doesn't make us cry, what are we doing? And Frida, thank you. This was very powerful today. This is good. I like this.
Oh, thank you, Kenyon. I all my life, in 77 years of my life, I've learned a lot. And most of them have been life learned experiences. But I've had a lot of great people in my life. In my early life, my grandfather said to me, a country bumpkin that we are and were, he said to me, girl, if there's one thing you want to remember in life, you'll never become rich and you'll never become a millionaire carrying a lunch bucket to work. Well, holy mac, I didn't even know what a lunch bucket was, but I figured it out real quick. And I have always lived by the example of, if you want to be successful in life, go find 5 people at least that can be your mentors. Guys, you have got more than 5 mentors here. You've got hundreds of mentors. Look at Adrian. You've got Cindy. You've got tons of mentors. I don't want to start naming them because I'll miss them. I don't even know them all. But we never knew these people in the beginning. And this business was new to us, totally different than any of our brick and mortar businesses. But what it really takes is a servant attitude. Are you willing to get in the dirt, as Cindy said the other day, and work with the people on your team? Be their leadership example and help them become leaders. Adrian, back to you, my friend.
All right, thank you so much. Wow. I love this interactive Friday that you guys are doing. I hope you guys are getting value out of it. I know I am. It's really powerful to see you guys really be able to open up and share what's like really, potentially holding you back. And Freda, you're just such a great mentor and a great coach. And I'm really grateful for your life experience in this industry, as well as just being an incredible businesswoman. And so I just want to say thank you for your time today. I still, every time you say your age, I'm like, no, she's not. I can't. You're the youngest 70-ish-year-old I know. Okay. So it's just hard for me to imagine because you're just such a bright light in this world. And so really, really grateful for you guys. So excited for the business that you guys are building. I know you're building out a lot of 3-star leaders right now and really hyper focused on that. So you guys, I just want to say thank you to everybody. Kenyon, so excited for you and your team to be, recruiting people the way that you guys are recruiting. Janet down 6 pounds. You guys, there's so many wins. It's almost I feel like I wake up every day in a state of gratitude because I'm watching how every single one of us is like transforming in real time. And that's something I think you guys should give yourselves a pat on the back for. Yes, we have this incredible company called 3. Yes, we have this incredible product line. But more importantly, I feel like the growth that I've seen in the team, just even in the last 3 weeks, is like astronomical. It really is. And so I'm just proud of every single one of us. I know we're super pumped up and excited right now and doing our best to make sure that we're sharing with consistency. And there is no greater action that you can take in a day. And so just keep following, you guys. Just keep getting excited. We do have the Spanish event, the opportunity event that's coming up this Saturday. If you know any Spanish speakers, please invite them to that. Thank you, Astrid and George, for putting that together. The next team event that's going to happen and is in California. It's in Northern California. We have myself, Cindy Maddox, Caroline Small, and Carmen Sandoval, who are going to be hosting that event. It's going to be a great event because all 3 of those ladies are incredible. So I'm super excited to be partnering with them on that event. And getting that out there. It is a registration event. There is an Eventbrite. You can register. There's 2 types of registration. Brand ambassadors will pay a fee to help pay for the room, and guests are free, but they still require registration. So you guys can go onto Eventbrite and register your guests for free, and that will help us track how many people are going to be attending the event. And so I'll put that out there. I believe maybe I need to put that event link. Okay, let me put the event link real quick. And my goodness, I'm just very excited for where we're headed, and it's going to be great. Let me make sure I've got this link for you guys in case you couldn't get it yet.
Good morning, Adrienne. Do you have a second? This is
Of
Cindy.
course.
All
Hi,
right.
go ahead, Cindy.
So it's crazy out there. I'm going to tell you, I heard in the very beginning of this, one of the ladies that was, feeling like, things just weren't happening. And you guys, I'm telling you that there's so much happening, and, there's so many different ways to build a network marketing through this network marketing arena. And the one thing that I can tell you that's really helping a lot of our team is that they're learning how to get the message out there, and not be afraid with no regard to the outcome. With 0 regard to the outcome. You get the information out there, you follow it up with Dr. Dan. If they don't get it after that video, next. You can't try and sit on, it's like a chicken trying to hatch some eggs. And then let me tell you guys, some of them are going to rot before they ever get hatched. Don't sit on those eggs for very long. Just let them know that you got the information to them and as fast as you could, and they want to take advantage of it. We've got literally 3 days to finish out our special, and our special is $1. You guys, our special is $1. We're not changing our 3-bottle order, our 9-bottle order, or our 15-bottle order. Basically, all it's going to do is it's going to allow you to be able to purchase at a discount for $1. It's like your Costco card. And the more people that we shared that with, all of a sudden they had the fear of loss. Because, oh, is it too late for that $1? Is it too late for the $1? So you guys, if you're not sharing and you're not getting your QR code out there, you guys are going to hear about a young lady here pretty quick. My daughter, Jeannie Charisma, who's never spoke in front of a crowd of people in her entire life. She just doesn't do that. She's not her mother. But I'm going to tell you something. All she did was sent out her QR code on a little poster to about, I don't know, maybe 70 or 80 of her friends. And she'll be a 3-star probably by the end of the day. If not today, tomorrow morning, because she has 7 of her girlfriends and part of her Zumba team that are all coming to our event in Arroyo Grande, California. So you guys utilize all of the events that are out there. It doesn't matter what state they're in. Find out who's going to be talking, and you get your people in front of them as quickly as possible, and you won't regret it.
Wonderful. Yeah, thank you so much. I always love your energy, and that's so exciting. Yeah, the dollar membership, we only have 3 days left on it. So definitely take advantage of that and then help develop as many 3 stars as you can because they come in for a discount. I'm so excited. I mean, honestly, this is great. Like I woke up to 2 more brand ambassadors this morning just by sending links yesterday. And so I've been sending like a sample text. It's the first time I realized that people just want quick information. They want to know that they're going to save money. And so that's where that's coming in from. So I know a lot of you guys received that. I'll put those out as soon as I can. Go ahead, Tracy. You have a quick question?
No, I have a quick share.
Oh, go
I
ahead.
last night I had 2 people on the 8 o'clock call, and it just made me feel so proud. One of them was a downline that I'm working with, and one was a new person. And as a lot of you know, I'm very slow. I'm going to make it one day. I will. And last night just made me feel so great that I'm going to make a lot of calls today. So I can have more people on tonight's call. So I just needed to share that with everybody because even though I'm very slow, I do try to attend every meeting because it helps me build up my courage. And I love this group and I love 3.
Awesome. That was beautiful. Thanks, Tracy. Yes, you are going to make it. Slow and steady wins the race. I just always tell everybody, just never give up, right? Like just at this point, you're learning, you know what I mean? You're still implementing, you're learning, you're implementing, you're learning, you're implementing, and you just never know who you're going to come across one day that changes everything for you. So I'm proud of you too for having your teammate on and your guest on as well. That's wonderful. All right, go ahead, Karen. I see your hand.
Thanks, Adrian. We had a new guy on last night, and Adrian had answered a couple of his questions. We've known him for a long time, and he's been in the business. But so afterwards, I said, "Hey, how'd you like it?" He goes, "We're registering right now," which we knew we were. We knew he was going to register, but I didn't know right after the 8 o'clock. He registered, and he registered strategically. So thank you so much.
Oh, and he registered strategically. I'm so glad that that made sense to him too. That was really, yeah, that was really good. Yeah, last night, I know it was quick, but it seemed like everyone was just on it and they got it. And so it was a great group last night. Thank you guys for inviting to the Thursday night.
Thank you, Adrian.
Thank you, Karen. All right, go ahead. One more, Mei Ling. Oh, sorry, George, I have to move my light. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, George.
Well, just something very quick. Thank you, by the way, Freda. Was great this morning because the big problem that we have ourselves is not the how to, it's how we feel about ourselves. And because you probably heard many times ignorance and fire, people that don't have a clue about how the pay plan work or anything like that, and they go crazy. That's one thing, and thank you for the call this morning. The second thing is make sure you keep connecting with people that also have been in the tree before, because some of the people that have been activated, they've been adding people and volume. I've been talking to people that have probably already over 6,000 volume in the last 2 weeks. And the reason is because these are people that are getting activated again, and they are bringing people, they are buying packages, etc. We forgot about them. These are people that at one point they were excited, and that's why they are in the tree. I had a call this afternoon with a person in Australia, or evening in Australia, that comes from one of those persons that was activated. And this person in Australia is a leader, or was a leader in another company. I know that person too. But they are closer with this other person. But that's why it's so important. And by the way, there are going to be blockages, etc. Because when we are closer to any kind of success, seems that there are going to be more blockages coming into front. But the cool thing to have a team is that we are going to be working together to overcome those blocks. And by the way, when you have blocks, etc., that means that you are in the right way, in the right place, because success is not a freeway with no roadblocks. success, always they are going to have roadblocks. You are learning something new. But anyway, I just wanted to say that, and thank you. And Maylene, I know you are next.
Thank you, George. Go ahead, Maylene.
Thank you, Adrian. First of all, I just want to thank you, Freda. This was really, really good and very timely for me for a lot of reasons. And if I might just say that for me, it's like I believe so much in the company, in the leadership, in the products, in Dr. Dan, in Daniel, in everything. And it's myself that I haven't believed in. And so this is like, I'm just at this sort of crossroads where I'm having to confront a lot of stuff, which is really, really good. And I think we have to kind of get to that point sometime to like stare us, like look in the mirror, you know, and really like face the music, if you will. And I'm kind of in that space right now. So thank you. I have a quick question, and I don't know if I should ask this on here, but like it's regarding the 2x2 special. I just signed somebody up the other day who saw a social media post. It was so fun. It's an old high school friend that I hadn't talked to in many, many, many years. So she got the 9-pack. And I've got her on my left, and I'm thinking maybe I should, while I still can, just move her to the right. I need to build my left side, my left leg. However, so I guess my question with the 2x2, I'll get to the point, is do they have to be left and right? Because sometimes we need to build on just one side. We have to focus on one side. I need to really be focusing on one leg. Does that make sense?
So you're focused on one leg.
I need to build. I have my left leg is what I really need to focus on building.
Okay.
But with the 2x2 special, this is kind of
it's harder, but go ahead. Yes.
Yeah. So do we strategically, like with the 2x2 special, I kind of have two questions. Maybe just focusing on the special. Does it have to be left and right? Or can it be left leg, right leg, or can it be one leg, the same leg is my question.
Yeah, no, you can recruit down any leg you want using the 2x2 special, because the 2x2 is for that, the first part of it is for that new person, right?
Okay.
So you put a focus on recruiting new down your left leg, and as you do that, you're going to coach them on getting there too. And so they're getting that 2x2 bonus regardless. It doesn't matter what leg you do. Right?
Okay.
It's just teaching you that when you recruit one on the left and one on the right, you're going to receive a bonus.
Okay. Thank you, Adrian.
But for you, as somebody who's already in the business, neither here nor there for where they are sitting, right?
Yep.
In your organization. Did that help answer that a little bit?
Yes. And I'm sorry, I'm a little out of sorts today. Haven't gotten a lot of sleep. So if I'm not making sense, that's probably why.
Well, no, you're making sense to me, but I hope that I'm answering you. If that,
no, you did.
It
does make sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. So where you place people, and you may just, if your focus is your left leg, then I would just go in my back office. I would go to settings and toggle the placement to just be left side. And then every single time you send out a brand ambassador link for somebody to recruit, that they're going to go to that left leg.
Yes,
and
I'm very familiar with how to work that. I actually think I still need to move her to the right for other reasons, but I won't get into that.
Oh, you are moving her. You want to move her?
I might move her to the right if I still have time, because I do need somebody solid. I just have this sort of strategy about who should be on the right, who should be on the left. And I'm really going to be focusing on my left leg. But for this purpose, I might have her on my right.
Okay. So you know how to build, Mei-Ling. And so if you feel like she needs to be on the right, if it's been less than 72 hours, I would send an email to commissions@iii.earth and then for you.
Thank you. Thank you, Adrian.
Yeah, so it's just commissions@iii.earth. And I know I tell everybody that, like, initially after they first get there too, because sometimes people go somewhere and we put them somewhere and they're like, oh, they'd be best served over there, so we do have some wiggle room, but just not after that 72-hour mark. So hopefully they make an exception.
Yeah. Well, it hasn't been quite that yet. So thank you.
Perfect. Okay. I know we're about 12 minutes over today, my friends. It is Friday. We're beginning the weekend. Your focus should be on recruiting with $1, getting as many people as you can, the 2x2x2, as well as becoming 3-stars. So that would be my 3 main points of focus this weekend for myself and you. And then inviting as many people as you can to the next event. Okay. All right, Freda, thank you again for your rockstar training today. Always much appreciated. And we'll see you guys on the next call. All right, have a great weekend. I'll talk